how's it going? Welcome back to Yang Yang TT. Finally, comes to our most exciting and important part, serve strategies. We've talked about height, placement, and spin. Those three aspects contribute to this topic. Perform a better quality of serve could help you seize the initiative in the game. Before we jump into serve strategies, let's talk about why serve is so important in the game. What's the advantages when you have serve rights? Only when you know those could you understand and realize how to use your serve appropriately. First advantage of serve, control. Control literally means you have the control of serve. It is you who decide what spin the ball generates, where the ball goes. And when we play in the game, you wouldn't tell your opponent what are you going to serve. So if you can manage your serve very well, it could be a big surprise for your opponent. Second advantage of serve, certainty. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how many forehand loop will you play in one game? How many push will you play in one game? I cannot answer that. I don't think anyone can. But how many serves will you do in one game? There is one answer, which is at least 6 serves. So how to plan those 6 serves? What are those 6 serves? You could even think about it before match. Third advantage of serve, setting up. You could set up the game by serving the certain boss and predict that the certain boss comes back, the placement and the spin your opponent will return. For example, if you serve a left under side spin to your opponent's backhand side, most likely your opponent will return to your backhand side. So you can be a ready attack, either backhand loop or forehand loop. Alright, let's jump into our game strategies. The first and the most important rule is always remembering what you give is what you get. Please keep that in mind all the time. What kind of spin you serve to your opponent, most of the time it will come back as the same spin. For example, if you serve an underspin ball to your opponent, most likely he will push back. Or you may say, for advanced player, they could flick it and turn it into a topspin ball. Yeah, it could happen. But if your serve is as heavy and low as possible and put into a great placement, it's still really hard for them to flick it. So if you serve a faster topspin, don't get surprised if the ball comes back as another topspin. Second rule of game strategies, remember your opponent's weaknesses. It is an easy rule, but we tend to forget when we play in the game. We try to use all the different serves, different spins, and different placement to figure out what's our opponent's weaknesses. But if we don't remember that, all the hard work will go in vain. For example, some players may have trouble returning a forehand topspin serve because they don't know how to flick it. Some may have trouble returning a super heavy on the spin. Remembering all those will make your serve more efficient. Third rule of serve strategies, remember your opponent's returning pattern. Even your serve may not be strong enough to get a directly point from your opponent. You can still memorize their returning patterns. For example, some players may tend to return a backhand push to your backhand side. Some players may tend to play forehand loop with a diagonal line. After capturing all those patterns, you could prepare ahead of time. So pay attention and remember your opponent's returning pattern would help you prepare and predict the next coming ball. Great! That's all the lesson for today. Let's practice these 3 serve strategies with your opponent by playing game with them and see how this works. Let me know your feedback. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, by the way, wish you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!